Ira Epstein with your morning flash update for this Wednesday, and we're at the 7th of September, 2022, and the time, if I'm correct now, just getting on to 8:30 a.m. Central Time. So as we look at the stock market, you're up in the NASDAQ, down everywhere else, but I get the impression as I'm looking at the chart, the market is trying to set up a bounce. That doesn't mean a trend change, a bounce. You're 8 days in a row now. I think it's 7. I take that back. 7 days in a row down in the Russell. We haven't done that. Hitting an 8th would be a new low since December 2018. So I don't know that I'd want to press that too much further. Dollar continues to gain strength as most currencies down. I was listening to Parliament TV today to Ms. Truss in front of the House of Commons. Tomorrow she will be introducing her energy bill. How does it get paid for? What is going to happen? She refuses to tax the windfall profits that the big energy companies are making, saying if you do that, you stop growth. And at the end of the day, this too will pass and they need the growth. Okay, take a look at what's happening in energy. The market is saying that the world economies are slowing down and demand is going to get hit here. You stay like this, and while you get a 100,000 barrel cut from OPEC at the meeting that will follow that one, which could be in a couple of months from then they'll get more aggressive. So keep your eye on that. You can see what's happening in nat gas prices getting hit. And while I speak on that, and I'll get to the morning news in a moment here, I want to applaud California. Near 5:30 last night, their time, Pacific time, the grid was over 51 megawatts. An emergency message was put out that brownouts are likely to occur, and they asked at that point that users cut back on their electric usage. Within 5 minutes, down to like 46 watts. People responded, and other than a few areas that had about an hour blackout, diversion of a disaster took place. That is great. Problem is they have 3 more days of this. They got to get through today, tomorrow, and Friday, where the heat is liable to set records again. So they are into something, but it's human nature. It showed instead of being greedy, now let the next guy do it. Nah, they didn't do that. I applaud them. What a wonderful thing. Bonds and notes, a little bit of a bounce. Why is wheat up today? Well, Russia is saying that too much wheat, and it's got its facts, is going to the European Union. The idea was to third world countries, and they want to renegotiate the deal, otherwise they're going to pull out of it. So the wheat market takes off because that cuts off an awful lot of that wheat potential. Remember, they throw out the smoke signal, then they've been following through. They've been doing it on the energy and so on. Again, Putin is blaming, I crack up, the West for the Nord Stream 1 shutdown. It's our fault because of the sanctions, and there's nobody to blame but, again, the West for all the problems. Of course, he didn't invade a country that did nothing. He doesn't have soldiers there fighting a war. It's not a war, it's an intrusion. There is a huge difference according to him. You can believe what you want. All right, so let's take a look at the morning news because it is important. We get the mortgage numbers down in every single category. No surprises. You're what, 5.5% mortgage rates? Redbook sales, they're staying strong. They have slipped back from the 12-13% increase, but over the year ago, week periods, yeah, still better. U.S. trade balance, what do you think is going to happen with the dollar soaring on all fronts? It's going to fall. They expected it down $70 billion. It came in at negative $70.65 billion. That's about where they thought. Prior was 79.61, and this is July. The dollar roared in August, so it's going to be even better. Cleveland Fed President Mester speaks today at the Market News Conference at 9 o'clock. I'll talk about her headlines in my market report. The Bank of Canada today widely expected to raise its interest rate by anywhere from 50 to 75 basis points. I'm leaning to the 75. Why not get ahead of the thing? And then if you want to start pulling back after that, you do so. Because they, like us, we're all going to be looking at one big thing here. We're going to be looking and asking ourselves, with energy prices falling, seeing other commodities falling, Seeing gasoline prices down very sharply, natural gas down. By the way, natural gas and gasoline, they have been down a long period of time for the August time frame. Well, what'll that do to the CPI number that we get next week? So a lot of people think get a big one done and then let the CPI continue that it's on a trajectory down, and you can moderate some of those cuts without destroying your economy. That seems to be the thinking. Now, I want to point out that, one of the tools that I use and that I know others love are these pivot points. And pivot points are not new. I don't know if you're aware of it. Our company, if you get our market research, we publish pivot points for the whole slew of the commodity markets every day. So instead of having doing just on a chart, we also publish them for you so that you'd have them. They come out, and I look at them each day as they come out, but I have mine on my charts. You have this technique probably on your charting service. You probably don't use it. You may not know how to use it. I tie it together in a video series, a 3-part video series for you that is for free. And the rationale here is I want to teach you about how I teach trading. And when I do that, the whole purpose is you see what I do, you do the same thing. So I'll explain the formula to you, and first I'll do that via PowerPoints. Then I'm going to take you into actual examples. I'll show you how to tie it together with the slow stochastic study, and you take it the rest of the way. Again, a 3-part free video series. How do you get it? It's pretty simple. It is in our free offerings on our website at www.iraepstein.com. You can see that right here. You can call my staff to get it. They'll be happy to send it to you. Or right above me. Just move your cursor right up there. And what will happen is when you move it up, you'll see an icon appear. Give a click on the icon. It'll take you to the free offering section. I'm Ira Epstein. I'll see you at the end of the trading day. You have a good one today. Take care.